Hello again and welcome back to 9Honey's Everyday Kitchen. I'm Jane de Graaff and today I'm particularly excited because we're making a really nostalgic, delicious, sticky dessert, and that is sticky date pudding. Are you ready? All right, so what I love about this recipe is it's got one very simple trick that you need to stick to right at the beginning, and then the rest of it comes together really, really easily. And that is, you really need to soak your dates to make them nice and sticky and delicious. So what I have in this bowl is some typical dates that you just get at the supermarket, but they are kind of dry when you first get them. And if you put them into a bowl with 1 cup of boiling water and a teaspoon of bicarb soda and let them sit for 10 minutes, what happens is the bicarb gets right into them along with all that hot water and makes them all sticky and delicious, which is perfect for when we're ready to blitz them up in our food processor. So these guys have been sitting for about 10 minutes and now I'm going to pop them in along with the water and everything. So in that goes. Now I'm going to blitz this up, and don't worry, it will splash right up the side of your food processor, but don't worry about that because we have something that we're going to use all those side bits for later on. Here we go. Ready? Okay, so see what I mean? It's gone right up the sides of our food processor, but don't worry about that. What we're left with inside is a beautiful sticky date paste, which you can see it's all gooey and syrupy and sticky in there. That's exactly what we're looking for. So I'll pop that back on there. Now to that, I'm gonna add 3 eggs, 100 grams of room temperature butter or butter that has been slightly softened. Every last bit, don't leave any of it behind. Pop all of that in. And 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar. Now you can use brown sugar if you like, but I'm particularly partial to dark brown because it gives it that extra treacly kind of taste. So I'll put all that in and give that a good blitz. Come together nicely. And then the last thing we're going to do is put in 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. Just sprinkle that all the way around. All right, now we're going to blitz that all up to make our beautiful cake batter. There we go, let's have a look. Now we've still got all the juicy bits around the top of our food processor. Again, don't worry about those. Oh, that smells so good. Now, all we're going to do is pop it into a pre-lined cake tin. I like to use a square one because it makes cutting it up at the end really, really easy. All right, now we're going to scrape out our food processor. Now, this is the point where you want to scrape down the sides. And what happens here is any of the date mixture that hasn't mixed in becomes like a swirl through our sticky date pudding. So that's why I didn't scrape it down as I was going. Oh, yes, in that goes. Now you can see there's a big ribbon of the date syrup right in there in the tin, right there, you can see. Now just fold that through and what you'll end up with is swirls of sticky date right through your pudding, which is absolutely delicious. And now we're just going to pop that into a 180-degree oven for half an hour or until it's springy to the touch or a cake skewer comes out clean. Well, there is our sticky date pudding resting and cooling down. You can see the swirls of date on there, which is exactly what we're looking for. While that's cooling a little bit more, however, we're going to do the thing that everybody's come for, which is the caramel butterscotch sauce, because what's sticky date pudding without caramel butterscotch sauce? So let's make it. What I have here is 50 grams of butter, and I'm just going to pop that into my pot and melt it together with 1 cup of dark brown sugar. Now I'm using dark brown sugar again because that's what I used in my sticky date pudding, but if you went with straight brown sugar, you can do that too. So we'll start melting those together. Oh yes, here we go. All right, now that that's starting to melt, we're going to add 1/2 cup of cream to that. and then let it simmer down to make our beautiful caramel sauce. There we go. Just stir through. Oh yeah. There's the butterscotch happening in the pot. Ooh. All right, the last thing we're going to do is add a dash of vanilla to that. You can use essence or paste. I've got the paste today. There we go. Oh, lovely. Look at that, getting all glossy and beautiful. All right, now we just want to bring that up to a simmer and then let it simmer away until it has thickened slightly. So now we're just going to leave that bubbling away for a minute, and in the meantime we're going to get our sticky date pudding out of its tin and slice it up. Look at that. Now there's the swirl on top that I was talking about. You can see it even in the dark crust there. And what we're going to do is slice this. Oh, look at that, sticky and beautiful. Let's have a look in the middle. Oh, look at that. Moist and delicious and gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to slice that into fingers, nice wedges. Oh yes, beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. See how that is, all the bits of date through there. I'm just going to pop that onto our plates and get it ready, and then check on our caramel. There we go. Oh yes. Oh, you can see it's getting syrupy and thickening up. Look at that. It really just depends on how long you can wait for this one. If you're busting, you can go straight away. But the longer you let it simmer, the thicker it will get. So it's entirely up to you whether you want really thick, slow, sticky butterscotch sauce or whether you just want it hot and ready to go. We might give this one a little bit longer. But now that our bubbles are subsiding a little bit, we can see that it's getting thicker as it goes, which is just perfect. All right, we might let that subside a little bit and then we're ready to pour it on. Well, there it is, our beautiful butterscotch sauce. I've decanted it into a jar, but you can see it's thickening as it cools and it's still beautifully warm. And now it's time for all the finishing touches, the best part of all, right? So I'm going to put some ice cream onto our lovely sticky date pudding here. Whoop, there we go, nice big scoop like that. Ooh, grab another scoop of my beautiful vanilla ice cream to let all the caramel flavours shine. Don't mind me making a mess. There we go. And then last but not least, pour over our hot butterscotch sauce. Here we go. Look at that. If that is not sticky date pudding joy, I do not know what is. Ah, and then, of course, baker's delight. I get to have a taste test. So let me get some of everything. Caramel, pudding, ice cream. Oh, that is incredible. The richness of the dates, the darkness of the toffee sauce. It doesn't get any better than that, and really sticky date pudding is so classic and so simple. I hope you try this recipe. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for joining me for 9Honey's Everyday Kitchen, and I will see you next time.